Hello. So this week has been about resiliency. Resiliency, and the question that we are supposed to discuss is to talk something about the growth mindset or fixed mindset, something where I recognized. At the moment, I did not recognize what was growth mindset or fixed mindset. But as I look back in my past, there is one occasion where I remember I started to have a fixed mindset. I was in the third grade, and the teacher mentioned some not so encouraging words, and those words stuck with me. Which brings, a very interesting topic that it was discussed on Yeager and Dwecker, the article where it says, "Can message from adults unintentionally create mindsets that undermine resiliency?" And I totally do agree with that. It happened with me. The student's mindset can be affected. With what she said, kind of put me in a mode where I felt I wasn't smart enough, where I struggled. And that went through my elementary, middle school, and high school. It wasn't until I started into the military where I started facing more challenges. And throughout those challenges, I started developing a mindset where I knew I could overcome those challenges. So my mind turned into a growth mindset. Now that I'm going through all these articles that for this week, one of the articles that we talked about was building resiliency, and it talks about the resiliency program in the Army. I it's very different. Reading this article was meant to be and actually going through it. You mentioned resiliency to a couple of soldiers, and they will disappear. Not because they don't like resiliency, but because they're tired of it. So, can you be tired of resiliency? That is a question that I like to ask everyone. Uh, yeah, a lot of people run away from it, and it's not because they're not promoting the program. It's just people have very different issues. And when I say different issues, I mean extreme issues. I believe that we are the test subjects of America when it comes to resiliency. Not only us, the military, but also the universities. Nowadays, in boot camp, from my understanding, which now it's called basic training, they would hand out stress card. That was unheard of. You tell that to a couple of veterans who were from Korea, Vietnam, and they start laughing. It's you did what the drill sergeant said, and if you had an issue or whatever it was, you worked through it. You were forced to work through it, and brings up a quick question, or not question, but aligns very well with the article about we need to stop praising people for doing what they're supposed to be doing. We need to start praising people for the process. I believe that's what Dr. Dweck said in her video, that we need to start praising the process, not the actual action. The process helps that student learn and identify the challenges and overcome those challenges once that person knows that it's a challenge, it's not a roadblock. So that is basically it. And again, I ask you, why is it that when military people hear the word resilience, they run from it? Good question.